Welcome, and thanks for joining me. Today, we're looking at a really powerful moment. It's where technology, urgency, and raw belief all collide. We're going to explore how a simple video call stretched across thousands of miles to turn a desperate family crisis into an incredible demonstration of faith in action.
Okay, let's just dive right in because this one sentence, it lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this final, unchangeable medical diagnosis. And on the other, you have this bold declaration of faith. This is the battleground where our whole story begins.
So to really get a handle on the powerful prayer we're about to witness, we first have to understand the core belief that's fueling everything. And it all kicks off with this idea of what it truly means to be blessed.
Now this is really interesting. The teaching here completely reframes this whole concept. Being blessed isn't something you're hoping for someday, in the future. It's a present tense reality. It means God has already spoken well of you, already endorsed you. Think of it like a CEO's recommendation opening doors for you. This divine favor has already provided everything you need. It just exists in the spiritual realm waiting for you to access it.
And you can see how that core belief extends into our everyday interactions. The command to love your neighbor gets blown wide open. It's not just the person who lives next door anymore. Your neighbor is literally anyone you happen to be sharing a space with right now. This idea of connection is so important because it's this feeling of responsibility for our neighbor, no matter how far away they are, that brings us right to the heart of this story.
Okay, so we've got that foundation of faith laid out. Now the story takes a sharp turn, pivoting from teaching to a very real, very urgent human crisis. We're connecting through a video call to a family in the Philippines, and they are facing an absolutely overwhelming challenge. First, we're introduced to Diane. She's only 30 years old, and she's already a survivor. She's battled a brain tumor before, but her fight, as we're about to see, is far from over.
And the situation is just devastating. The tumor is back, and this time, it's caused some serious damage. Her optic nerve is so affected, she can't even read anymore. Her memory is starting to fail, and just hanging over all of it is that one word from the doctor you never want to hear: permanent.
And as if that wasn't enough to deal with, the family is fighting a battle on a second front. Diane's mother is also facing a huge health crisis, a serious heart condition that needs surgery. You can just feel the immense weight on this family.
So, what do you do when everything seems hopeless? Well, the response here isn't despair. Not at all. Instead, what we see is a series of clear, deliberate actions, and every single one is rooted in those foundational beliefs we just talked about.
The pastor lays out this tangible, three-part process to go head-to-head with the sickness. It's not about just sitting back and hoping. It's about actively putting their faith to work through scripture, authoritative prayer, and the sacred act of communion.
So, first things first, they ground their entire case in Scripture. This specific verse right here becomes their legal precedent, you might say. It's their foundational claim. The whole focus is on the idea that these sicknesses have already been dealt with.
Okay, this is the absolute game changer. It all comes down to that one little word, took. It's not is taking or will take, it's took, past tense. It's a done deal. And from this point of view, they aren't asking for a new healing to happen. They're simply enforcing a healing that they believe was already paid for and accomplished 2,000 years ago.
And that belief completely shapes the prayer that follows. Listen to the language. It's not a request, it's a command. They are exercising dominion and calling forth a new brain, new eyes. They're operating from a place of spiritual authority, not from a place of desperation. And this is where it gets really amazing. You have this blend of ancient ritual and modern technology. Physical distance just melts away. We're talking about simple cookies and water, but over this video call, they are blessed and believed to be transformed. It becomes this shared act of faith, uniting people on two different continents in one single powerful moment. It's pretty wild.
But the story doesn't end when the prayer is over. Oh no, what comes next is just as important. These are the practical, daily instructions for how to actually live out the healing they've just declared.
The focus now shifts completely to reinforcement. The instruction for Diane is to verbally affirm her healing, not as something she hopes for, but as a current fact. She's told to repeat this hundreds of times a day to actively cement this new reality in her mind and in her spirit.
And that, right there, is the key takeaway. See, the prayer, it was like an anchor, securing a new reality. But the journey from the old reality of sickness to this new one of healing is built step by step through faith.
It's a continuous process of speaking and living in a healing that they believe has already been won.
And this brings us to a final thought, doesn't it? Watching this incredible story of faith in action, it kind of turns the lens back on us. Based on this whole perspective, maybe the question isn't what you're waiting for, but rather, what healing do you believe has already been given to you?